I was at work when my 10-year-old daughter called me, "Mommy, a strange man is inside our house. He asked me to come with him." My body went cold and I nearly dropped the phone. "Grace, do not go with him." But she giggled back. "Too late, Mommy. He already took my hand. He said we're playing a game, but don't worry. He said he knows you, so it's okay." I started panicking and grabbed my keys, and then my daughter said, "He said meet us at the diner downtown in 20 minutes. He promised I'll be safe." The line went dead. I sprinted to my car and tore out of the lot, calling her back again and again, but it rang out every time. I ran 3 red lights, and that's when my phone began buzzing nonstop. I grabbed it at a light expecting to see something from Grace, but instead I saw 11 texts from my neighbors. "Is everything okay? Your apartment is on fire." I couldn't breathe. A stranger had my daughter. My home was burning, and I couldn't tell if he'd done both. I wanted to go to my apartment, but that wouldn't tell me where Grace was, so I floored the accelerator and didn't look back. I skidded into the diner parking lot and saw Grace standing by the door next to a tall man in a gray jumpsuit. I left the car running and ran towards them. The man didn't even move as I grabbed Grace and put her behind me. My pepper spray was at his face before he could lift a hand. I was about to press it when Grace grabbed my arm. "It's okay, Mommy. He never hurt me." The man raised both hands. "I'm a gas worker. I checked the gas line under your apartment and saw the pressure was about to explode. You had 5 minutes to get out. Grace was the only one inside and I didn't have enough time to look for you." I looked at the black column of smoke climbing over the rooftops behind him, right where we lived. I put down my pepper spray and looked at Grace. Him kidnapping her was the only reason she didn't burn alive in the explosion? I was at work when my 10-year-old daughter called me, "Mommy, a strange man is inside our house. He asked me to come with him." My body went cold and I nearly dropped the phone. "Grace, do not go with him." But she giggled back. "Too late, Mommy. He already took my hand. He said we're playing a game, but don't worry. He said he knows you, so it's okay." I started panicking and grabbed my keys, and then my daughter said, "He said meet us at the diner downtown in 20 minutes. He promised I'll be safe." The line went dead. I sprinted to my car and tore out of the My cat started literally paying my rent, and when I figured out how, I lost it. He climbed into my backyard for the first time with his ribs showing, and every day for a week straight, I brought him a bowl of tuna. He quickly began gaining weight, but then one day, instead of eating, he opened his mouth and dropped a gold earring into the grass beside him. I laughed and picked it up, but later that night, a watch was sitting in the bowl. The strap was still wet from his mouth, and I realized Mittens was paying me back for the tuna. I bought him a proper food bowl and a little cat bed, and next morning, I found a wedding ring in the bowl. Then Mittens brought a silver bracelet, then a USB stick. I kept wondering how he got all these things, and one day I took a photo of everything and posted it to Reddit. My stray cat is paying rent. I felt happy because I'd actually been short on money, and the gifts kept escalating. A diamond stud appeared in the bowl, then a pearl, then a car key fob with a Porsche logo. I didn't know what to do and just added it to the shelf, but then 2 detectives knocked on my door. One of them held up his phone with a photo of my post. "Did you post this?" I nodded, and they looked at each other like they were questioning their career choice. "There's been a string of unsolved break-ins in the nearby neighborhood. Every item here matches a police report." I began hysterically laughing as they walked past me and bagged all the items into clear plastic evidence bags. Mittens watched from the windowsill like this was a temporary setback and he'd be back to get more. My cat started literally paying my rent, and when I figured out how, I lost it. He climbed into my backyard for the first time with his ribs showing, and every day for a week straight, I brought him a bowl of tuna.
This is how you can retouch your skin, makeup, and body with Airbrush AI.
I ran 2 red lights trying to buy back the magic, the gathering box my mom had donated to a thrift store that morning. I was flying past cars on the highway because my mom had cleaned out my closet that morning and dumped everything she called old junk at a thrift store. The junk was a sealed magic, the Gathering Tempest from the 90s, still in factory plastic, worth $6,000. I'd been saving it to buy her a new car since hers had been grinding for over a year. I called the thrift store and they wouldn't hold it. Every red light I hit was a chance for someone else to walk off with my mom's car. The drive took 11 minutes and felt like an hour. I shoved through the doors and headed straight to the back where they kept the toys and games. There it was on the bottom shelf. A man in a gray jacket was already crouched in front of it, turning it over in his hands. I walked up. "I'm gonna buy that one." He stood up and held it against his chest. "I've been hunting a sealed Tempest box for years. This one's mine." He started toward the register and I followed. "My mom donated it by accident. That's my box. Doesn't have your name on it." I cut in front of him before he reached the register and got on my knees. "Please, it's the only thing I own worth anything, and I need it for my mom." He looked at the box, then at me, and pushed it into my hands. "Take it." The sticker on the front said $3. I paid the $3 and drove home with the box buckled into the seat next to me. 2 weeks later, a collector wired me $6,100 He started toward the register and I followed. My mom donated it by accident. That's my box. Doesn't have your name on it. I cut in front of him before he reached the register and got on my knees. Please, it's the only thing I own worth anything, and I need it for my mom. He looked at the box, then at me, and pushed it into my hands. Take it. The sticker on the front said $3. I paid the $3 and drove home with the box buckled into the seat next to me. 2 weeks later, a collector wired me $6,100 for it. That weekend, I drove my mom to a dealership and put the keys to a used Honda in her hand. How on earth did you pay for this? It came from that box of cards you dropped at the thrift store. She froze with the keys halfway to her purse. The junk in your closet? The junk she'd called worthless had just bought her the car. She didn't say anything for a long time. Then she asked, "Do you have any more junk left in there?" I ran 2 red lights. My boyfriend grabbed my wrist at the tattoo parlor. My girlfriend wants my name tattooed on here. My eyes started watering with tears. He laughed, always playing the victim. Damn, this is so you, acting like I'm not getting your name tattooed too, bitch. I stayed silent and just nodded because I was extremely scared of him. The artist gloved up. "I'll do you first, sir." Halfway through his outline, his phone rang and he stepped outside to take it. The artist waited until the door shut and she turned to me. "Are you okay?" For the first time ever, I told someone the truth about our relationship. No, I never wanted to be with him. He made me cut everyone off and we moved to this state. But he's all I have, and whenever I suggest breaking up, he threatens to hurt me. I burst into tears, and she just nodded. "Understood. Don't worry. You'll be leaving here as a new woman." And before I could ask what she was talking about, Brandon walked back in. He handed her his wrist. "Look away. Don't look at what I'm doing. It'll help you relax." He looked away, and while she wrote, she winked at me, and I knew she was up to something. Brandon stared at the ceiling. "I'm paying for both of the tattoos since my girlfriend is lazy and doesn't have a job, so make sure mine looks good." I had to blink back my tears while I thought about how he'd been the one who forced me to quit. 20 minutes later, she smiled. "I'm finished." He lifted his wrist to his face and read what she wrote. His mouth fell open. "What is this? What did you do to me?" The artist set her tattoo gun down. "Consider it karma. Fix it. Right now. Fix it." That's when I saw it. She'd written the word abuser across his left wrist. I grabbed it and laughed. "Relax. It's just a tattoo. You're always playing the victim." He broke up with me on the spot, and the tattoo artist gave me a hug. Sometimes strangers show up for you when the people closest to you don't. My boyfriend grabbed my...
This is too much, man.
I put the plate of chicken nuggets in front of my daughter Rebecca and her friend Stacy. My daughter instantly slammed her fork down. "What the hell is this? I told you I'll only eat lobster tails and truffle pasta, Mom." My eyes went wide, and I thought back to a few days ago when Rebecca told me Stacy was rich and only eats fancy food, so she needed me to pretend we were also rich. I didn't even have time to say anything before Rebecca pushed the plate away. "Stacy's mom has her butlers make us 5-course dinners. I know our butlers have the week off, but you could at least try. This is so embarrassing. I'm sorry, Stacy." I looked over at Stacy staring at the plate of chicken nuggets, and Rebecca snapped her fingers. "We want truffle pasta." She put her arms around Stacy. "It's okay, my mom will make us actual food soon." That's when Stacy reached out and picked up a chicken nugget. Rebecca's face dropped. "Stacy, what are you doing? You don't have to eat this poor person trash food." She reached to yank the nugget, but Stacy just took a bite, and her face lit up. She pulled the plate towards herself and started eating. Rebecca tried to stop her, but Stacy's eyes filled with tears. "Rebecca, please stop. My mom only makes me caviar and escargot. I have to sit up straight and eat with 9 different forks and wear dresses and do my makeup just to have dessert. I just want to eat chicken nuggets like my friends." She turned to me with a mouthful of nuggets. "Thank you so much. These are delicious." I nodded, then looked at Rebecca. She realized that sometimes the more you focus on what others have, the more you forget what's already yours. I put the plate of chicken nuggets in front of my daughter Rebecca and her friend Stacy, but a girl got on my school bus with her lips pressed together super tight, almost like she was embarrassed and hiding something in her mouth. I didn't think much and pressed a candy into her palm like I did with everyone. But then she suddenly started crying. I was confused until she rushed past me to the back and I noticed her front 2 teeth were missing. She was embarrassed of them, and I felt so terrible as I realized I'd just given hard candy to a girl with no teeth. She probably thought I was mocking her. I was still trying to think of a way to apologize when 3 older girls got on the next stop and walked straight to her with cocky grins. I watched in my mirror as they surrounded her, pointing at her mouth. "Open up. We know you look like a jack-o'-lantern." One of them laughed. My stomach dropped as they continued. "Do you eat soup for every meal, or can you eat normally like the rest of us?" The girl went red and tried to turn away, but they grabbed her jaw and started prying it open. "Come on, everybody. Gather around for No-Tooth Nancy." The other kid watched in silence, some of them even sniggering. My knuckles went white on the steering wheel, but I couldn't leave my seat mid-route, so I just drove, clenching my jaw. I knew I needed to act, but I couldn't discipline the bullies directly. So that afternoon when I pulled up for the ride home, I told the girl, "Put your seatbelt on tight for me today, sweetie. Trust me." She looked at me confused, but I could tell she was too embarrassed to ask why, because then I'd see her missing teeth. She nodded and clipped her seatbelt, and when the 3 bullies got on, they immediately headed to the back. One of them started taking pictures of her. "Say cheese." I grit my teeth and and just drove, dropping kid after kid off until it was just the girl and the three of them left for the final stretch. I looked in the mirror and saw the girl gripping her seatbelt, looking at me with trusting eyes. I gripped the wheel tight and waited. The bullies began recording her again, and I immediately slammed the brakes. The bus stopped on a dime, and the three of them flew straight into the metal bars in front of them. Their teeth cracked against the bars as blood and tooth chippings scattered across the floor. I looked in the mirror, and the girl was still buckled tight, eyes wide with amazement. The bullies were crying and screaming. Looks like a deer ran out. My bad, girls. The girl smiled back at me for the first time, no longer hiding the gap in her teeth. A girl got.
Did you know that the
I was looking for my mom when I saw a note on the counter. Don't look for me. A stranger will knock on the door today. Answer and just do what he says. Love, Mom. I gasped. Because why would my mom leave me with a stranger? It's only us two in the house, so I had no one else to protect me. I was so scared I crumpled the note into my pocket. And that's when I heard a knock on the door. I opened the door, and a big man with a stone-cold face was staring down at me. He opened his mouth like he was going to say something, then stopped and just nodded toward a car parked out front. My heart was beating out of my chest. I thought about slamming the door and running, but the note said to do what he said, so I followed him on shaking legs. He opened the passenger door and waited. I got in because I was too scared not to. He started driving. I've been waiting for this day. You have no idea. My blood went cold. I pulled out my phone and texted my mom. Mom, where are you? She replied, focus on him. I felt like my own mom set me up. I turned to him. Who are you? He kept his eyes forward, gripping the wheel so hard his knuckles went white. I'll answer when we get there. Then I noticed where we were. The houses were all boarded up and abandoned, and somewhere in the distance, I heard gunshots. I had no idea where he was taking me. We pulled up to a small house with a broken fence. He got out, opened my door, and waited for me to follow him to the front step. Go inside. He opened the door and gestured me in. This is my house. I walked inside and froze. Every wall was covered in pictures of me, baby photos, and school portraits going back years. I was creeped out. Why are my pictures in your house? Do you know me? I turned around and his stone-cold face was gone. He was crying. Yes, I know you. I'm your dad. I gasped. If you're my dad, where were you all my life? More tears came out. I was locked up. Your mom and I didn't want you to see me like that, so we agreed when I got out, I would meet you. I'm sorry if I'm awkward. I was really nervous to meet you. It all made sense now. The stone face and the silence weren't him trying to scare me. He just had no idea how to act around the kid he'd never met. Why didn't mom just tell me? He looked confused. She did. She said she wrote it on the note. I pulled the crumpled note from my pocket and flipped it over. P.S. He's your dad. I was looking for my mom when I saw a note on the counter. Don't look for me. A stranger will knock on the door today. Answer and just do what he says. Love, Mom. I gasped. Because why would my mom leave me with a stranger? It's
You stupid nigger. I hate niggers and you are a nigger.
Emoji Rhythm Blue Cute Code Snippet 3:58 Greater
chill. Chill, 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 chill. Chill. Chill.
Khi đã có sự gì
Chill.
start digging in your butt, twin.
You stupid nigger, I hate niggers and you are a nigger.
Yo, Bison, thinking he like Mike Tyson.
Chill, chill. Chill, 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 chill.
Huh? 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 Huh?
I'm going to expand my butt cheeks on your forehead while you're sleeping.
Start digging in your butt, twin.
Chill. Chill.
Start digging in your butt, twin.
chill, chill.
You stupid nigger, I hate niggers and you are a nigger.
Chill.
Yo, Bison, thinking he like Mike Tyson.
Peter, the horse is here.
Man, why don't you shut up? Shut up talking to me.
Chill, 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 chill. Chill.
You stupid nigger, I hate niggers and you are a nigger.
Chill. 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 Chill.
You stupid nigger, I hate niggers and you are a nigger.
Chill.
Your butt twin.
I like femme boys and I cannot lie. You motherfuckers can't deny.
You stupid nigger, I hate niggers and you are a nigger.
Start digging in your butt twin.
Chill.
Roomba. 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 Roomba.
Girl walks in, but she's actually a guy. I like femme your face and I cannot lie. You motherfuckers can't deny.
And you are a nigger. You stupid nigger, I hate niggers and you are a nigger.
Chill. Chill.
You stupid nigger, I hate niggers, and you are a nigger. You stupid nigger, I hate niggers and you are a nigger.
Thank you.